Welcome back, everybody, to the Dynasty Kings podcast, the Midwest Dynasty Kings podcast. I almost messed that up. See, I'm your host, Nolan,
Yeah, it's your boy Kaleem. What's going on?
and we're here, as always, to bring you the best, the brightest, the freshest, the newest, at least in our opinion, fantasy football dynasty news that we can. As I've always said before, we got my boy Kaleem. He's the GOAT at Dynasty. I'm just a rookie here, so we're trying to make sure that we document this as far as my journey, right? But this could be another title for Kaleem. You never know. He already has a couple.
Hey man, I'm just trying to get better every day.
All right, so we're gonna go back to our draft that we just had. So we did rounds 1 through 10
Uh-huh.
uh in the last episode. Now we're gonna finish off rounds 11 to 25. You heard
Yeah.
it, 25. We did 25 rounds of this madness.
All
So
right.
we're gonna jump right into it. Um, so what's the first couple of things that you've seen in these next, let's say 4 rounds? What jumps out that like you saw somebody that was like a good pick, or and somebody that was like, nah, this is terrible.
Let's see. Well, I know you kicked it off. We left off last time about the Eagles pick. Of course, the defense. You gave a background on that. So that following round, around 11, we had somebody, jump out there. You set the tone, so somebody picked the Broncos defense. So they
Yeah,
said, let me shore up my defense as well, get that out the way. So that was it was to be expected. Somebody's gonna be, a little shaken up by that. Seeing somebody go defense early. That's all I would say for round 11.
okay,
Um, Everything else is kind of bag ups. That's the beauty of, I feel like, one quarterback leagues. People are still getting their backups. We got Michael Penix, Dak
right.
Prescott, Purdy. Getting your insurance QBs there, so that makes sense. Nothing that really jumped out. I really wanted in round 11, Braylon Allen, and he got picked
Ooh,
at the very end.
yep.
I thought he would have come back to me. Got a little greedy going Jalen Noel, that receiver for the Texans. I was thinking like, oh, I can do Braylon Allen right here, but I'm like, no, I think I should be able to get him on the back turn. But
Yeah, so you're
that's how,
hoping
that's how the game goes. Yeah,
that's,
that
so
was
you're
about the
hoping
only.
nobody no
Yeah,
you're hoping
yeah,
that nobody picked up on your strategy.
yep. So, but no, that happens to all of us. That was there around 11. Nothing else for me necessarily. Did you have anything that stood out for you?
I wouldn't say anything that initially stood out. I know there were some players that I wanted to pick up that got picked up before, coming back around to me. I wanted Michael Pittman, but he got snatched up.
Yep.
Um, and it's like I said. I think in this draft, I kind of panicked. I panicked more times than not, because it was
Yes.
25 rounds. So like I just
Right.
didn't want to. I didn't want to pick the wrong person and then see somebody else down the road, and I'm like, I should have got that person.
Right.
Uh,
No.
so
Yeah.
I feel like I had a very solid late round, drafts. Um, when I drafted Cam Ward, I kind of figured I didn't want him as my immediate backup. So
Mm-hmm.
I went and got Stafford, even
Okay.
though, he was hurt. He still is a little banged up, but when he comes back, he's going to be a serviceable backup, especially during that bye week.
Yeah. No, I'm with you definitely. You got the weapons for it, so as long as that back hold up, I think he
Yeah.
should be cool. So I get it. That makes sense.
But
Um,
but nothing too crazy, I think, really. Cole Kmet dropping that far was kind of wild. I know we're going into those later rounds now.
oh yeah. Yeah, I guess,
I mean,
everybody's
with the
on
season,
the Loveland train now, so
I know, but with the season he had last year, I mean, he could still be serviceable.
yeah. I don't know what they're gonna come out in with Ben Johnson. Are we gonna get a lot of
Right.
two tight end sets? I don't know. Or is it gonna be the Loveland show because that's his guy? He was there during the draft for him, or he
You know,
may not
he.
like Kermit. I don't know.
I feel like Loveland has the same build as Laporta.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Yeah.
probably why, because a lot of people were wondering why the Bears even drafted Warren or drafted
Mm-hmm.
Loveland over
Loveland.
Warren, and
Yeah.
I mean Loveland had the build of Laporta, and Laporta was in he's in Detroit right now, so
Yeah. Right. So yeah, that's probably what he probably had that mentality since he had him before. That familiarity.
right.
So yeah, that makes sense. I'm trying to think what else, if there's any other things that stood out. Everything I feel like on this back half is pretty much just building your bench and your bag ups, handcuffs, all that to good territory. So
Right, have that future set.
yes, yes.
So
I'm trying to think. Mhm.
so speaking of the future though, what players would stand out to you that probably isn't going to have the best rookie season, but they're going to be a breakout star outside of quarterbacks, we'll say, like people
Mhm.
outside of the quarterback that got picked up late round.
Um, let's see. Dylan Sampson from the Browns, running back.
Yep.
I know that Quinshon Jenkins situation going on. We don't know what's
I
going
mean,
on. Chubb is gone. All of that good stuff. I don't know
yeah,
if
he could be a
Jerome
star.
Ford. Yeah, I don't know if Jerome Ford gonna hold up. What else? What else? Let's see. Pat Bryant, Denver Broncos receiver. They've been talking
Uh-huh.
highly about him. Yep, yep, yep. I don't know what's gonna come of it, but who else? Who else? Ali Gordon, running back for the Dolphins. I don't think that they fully
Are
behind
invested.
Devon Achan. I don't know.
Yeah,
They got Jalen Wright. I don't know if they believe in him all the way because they drafted Gordon.
I know.
Um, yeah, so I don't know. I had to make sure I'm plugging myself on that one. I want to go ahead and get Gordon. Um, Nothing else. That tight end from the Browns. They've been talking about him a little bit. Fanning.
Was it Harold Fan?
Yeah. Yeah.
Harold
They've been
Fanning?
talking. Yeah. They've been talking about him a little bit. So some of these, most of them, to be honest, is just you never know. Not till games start going, they get the opportunity.
Right,
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to say outside of the top rookies, of course, the Cam Wards and the Tyler Warrens and all of that stuff.
right. And,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and that's what I was kind of making on Pat Bryant.
yeah, yep,
Like, because you never know between him and Bo Nix, like they could get that connection going, and I mean,
yeah,
2 years from now, he could be like the number one.
yes. And I don't see. I feel like that receiver room kind of wide open too. So
Yeah,
for
Cortland Sutton. Who's it? Cortland Sutton is the best
yeah,
receiver on that team.
yeah. I mean, even
So
then, they expect him to dominate, but they gotta have
it
some
kind of
more
leaves it open.
options. Yep. No, I agree. So yeah, we have to see what happens with that one. So Broncos, they surprised us this season. So I'm seeing if they're gonna keep that momentum or was this just a 1 year wonder situation? I don't know.
That's the pick. That's the pick I was looking at. I
Yeah.
was. I'm gonna ask you the question about Shador Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
What made you in like what in your mind was like, okay, I gotta get Shador. He's going to be potentially um that guy.
All right. So I got Drake May and Baker. So this is just a late round dart throw. I actually have him in my other dynasty league too.
Okay.
It's a lot of up in the air with the Browns. Joe Flacco, old man Joe at this point.
Right. Oh
Who
man,
else we
Joe.
got? Yeah, the Dylan Gabriel guy. I'm like, okay, I'm not, that's a toss up. And then it's just, Sanders really. They just
Yeah, because
cut who they
traded
just
Pickett.
released.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, oh, they
Or did
traded
they
Pickett.
release him or trade him? I can't remember. But yeah, I saw that
I
earlier
said
today.
they traded Pickett, but they released Huntley.
Oh, right, right. So you had five QBs became three very fast. So
Very,
between
hey,
the three of
super quick.
them, that's a nice little dart throw to me. I got my backup QB, but if he becomes something, I may look like the genius.
Right. It's that future, man. That's the future
Yeah.
that's the future of Dynasty, right? That's the. But I was just curious because I saw it and I was like, wow, Shador. And in my head I was like, man, maybe this dude knows something that I don't know.
Oh no, no, I got you. It was literally just a dart throw. I still believe it can still, it could potentially be something. And worst case, if not, I got my two QBs really. So
Okay. How do you
that's
think?
all.
What is it? Uh, how do you think JJ McCarthy's gonna do?
I'm not sure because he actually, because what he came in rookie year, hurt himself, done for the season. I forgot the
Yep.
actual injury he had, but coming back from that, you're a rookie. You really didn't get any time, so this is like his rookie season.
Yep.
He has the weapons.
Oh,
That
he got.
helps. Yeah, you
I
got
say
everything you need basically.
yeah, he
Um,
got arguably one of the best wide receivers right now.
yeah. Um, and then even you got Jordan Addison, you got T.J. Hawkinson. You got pieces. So as long as he stand up in the pocket, he could be. But it's hard to say. Didn't he come from the where did JJ come from? In the system, he
He
didn't throw the ball like that, right? They
no,
were just a running
he
team.
came out of Michigan, so they really didn't put like they really didn't air it out like that.
Yeah, that was what Blake Corum,
Yeah.
I think, when they was running. Yeah, running the ball.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken, yeah. So he didn't like throw the rock around like that. But now you got a team that to do that. So I don't know. They could be a lot of shootouts. So we'll see. I think we're gonna learn real quick if he for real or not.
Yeah. Also, him and Michael Penix. I know a lot of people are praising Michael Penix right now.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I mean, it's another old man situation. Old man Kurt, old man Joe. Them QBs that we know and love for so long.
I
They
know.
they bench now on the edge. Barely starting. So I don't know. Penix, it's hard to say. I know he got an injury history and all of that too, from college.
Yep.
So I have to see what. I know we got a little glimpse the last like 3-4 weeks of last year, but I don't know. I think it's a lot of storylines this year. A lot of things to look
It,
out for.
it's gonna be a lot of it's gonna be a lot of interesting football.
Yes.
And I know a lot of people, when they're drafting, they're for sure banking on um, having certain quarterbacks or having certain receivers really, really stand out on a team that
Mhm.
probably isn't going to do that much. So, is
Right.
there anybody that you think that got drafted is going to be a very good fantasy player, but their team is just going to be terrible?
Mm, well, let me see. Thinking of some off bat. I feel like I'm starting to get off the train, but I feel like he can always make magic, and the team is just not good. Kyler Murray always stands out as a bad team, but he can really put up points. He
Which is
can.
crazy.
He has not. I feel like him and Marvin Harrison, they team could be terrible, but they could really dial it up. They didn't get in sync the first rookie year, but I think that's a good one. Um,
Yeah,
of a not so good team, and still, can have a connection.
yeah,
I think.
being out here in Arizona, that's all everybody talks about is Kyler
Oh,
Murray to Marvin Harrison. Like
yeah.
they're definitely one of those people that you could see the connection hopefully happening.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I thought about if he was around getting Marvin Harrison, but by the time it came back around, he was already picked up. He was the
On
what? He
third
was
round.
yep, yeah, no, he was third round, yeah. But he was on my
Yeah.
radar because I figured people weren't really they weren't gonna really mess with him because of what happened last year. So I was like,
Right.
man, maybe
Right.
maybe I could gamble on him again
Yeah.
because I drafted him last year and he didn't really do anything for me.
Yeah. I had him in my a redraft league.
Yeah. It
we
was
was like,
definitely
yeah, it really wasn't coming together. And
yeah.
yeah, it's one of those things you think it's gonna click, but maybe, maybe year two, it'll start getting some stuff together.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Um, I don't think
And
anybody's made any trades yet in our league, have they?
no, just picking up waiver. I mean,
Yeah. I'm
moving,
curious to see
stuff.
who's gonna make that first hey draft pick trade or
Hmm.
player for draft picks type deal.
Yeah. We may not see anything right now. I don't think. I think people got to start seeing their roster. Maybe first
So
like 3 weeks, maybe you
okay, so
may start.
I, I think saying 3 weeks in,
Yeah, that would be my guess. Sometimes I feel like when you get a whole new roster, people want to see their team before they will and deal.
right?
Unless it's really one of the guys they didn't get and they just really, really want them.
Okay,
But I don't see. I don't know. I don't know if anybody gonna shake the table that fast.
because I feel like when you start going down 03, 04, maybe this isn't the season, right? That's the thing is maybe
Yeah.
this isn't my year. You
Yep.
start
Yep.
offloading players,
Yep. And then we got the rookie drafts and stuff, and then we planning for the, start planning ahead of the future, or you punting this season and all of that stuff.
right?
But I know you can only punt so much. The way we trying to set up the league where you're not just deliberately tanking, at least. But
Yeah, but you can't. I feel like you can't tank multiple years in dynasty because it's just not gonna work.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta at least, yeah, you gotta still actively trade or be somewhat competitive or try to get that together. But
Gotta be competitive. That's one of those
yeah,
things that I feel like a lot of people, from what I was hearing within dynasty, they're just not competitive enough. Like they'll go through, they'll have their first season, and in their mind, they're already planning ahead for the next season after that. And I'm like, you
yeah,
haven't even started the new
yeah,
season
yeah,
that's
yeah.
coming up,
But it's very interesting. Some people think like that, and they just they're already planning like 2 years down the line. But
man.
yeah,
I
it,
can't.
it, it gets very. I know it seems weird. Like I gotta act.
I
I gotta act in the moment. I know the redraft. You got to turn the mindset off. It.
I know.
Yeah.
Just trying to envision like the future down the road. It's like
Yeah.
I'm trying to win now.
Right. Right.
I
Right.
feel like
Right.
I feel like a GM who's like, I gotta win now. Like there's no future. I'm winning now. But
Absolutely.
sometimes you gotta think about like, all right, realistically, can I win now? If you can't win
Yeah.
now, take a little back
Yeah.
burner.
Yeah. But I'm sure it's people in this league. Everybody think different. It's gonna be people that just want to win now, or they got
Yeah.
a bunch of vets. I don't care nothing about. I just need to let me go ahead and get my ring out the way, or at least try
And then
to, and then go from there.
I feel like I would be able to capitalize on trading some people for some draft picks because
Yep.
they want to win now.
Right. You can
I feel
start
like that's
planning out. Yep. Yep. You can see people
that's
that's
one
a
move.
couple pieces away. The same
Yeah,
mentality. Like, hey, you know what? Trade me this and this. Let me get 2 first rounders, or depending on got to be something valuable, obviously. But
yeah,
I'm sure you can get some people that's biting, or people that's like you said, those same people that's maybe 8-0, and try to give them one more piece to get over that edge to make them feel even better. Might get
yep,
some draft picks out of them or a future player, something like that.
yeah. Because
So,
I'm just curious. I'm just curious what it would take to move to move people that were drafted in that first round. Like what it would take to be like I want that player. What would you like, for example, right? I'm not saying that to reveal what you would actually want to
no,
to
no,
move
it's cool.
to move Brian Thomas, but like if what would be one of those offers where it's like this is what I would need in order to move Brian Thomas.
Um, Off bat, looking at the board, just looking player wise, I would definitely, and I thought about this actually. People in the league, if they actually start tuning in and watch it, get some tidbits. I would do a Brian Thomas Jr. for Malik Neighbors straight up and see what happens.
Ooh.
Hey, just do a swap, 1 for 1, and
A,
see what
s-
you know.
a
Yeah,
swap, a
I
swap
would
would
do
be
that.
crazy.
Yeah, just to swap players, and then see how much he is into it or not. If he doesn't, the most you probably getting out of me is probably maybe a third round pick, maybe. Um, the rookie draft. Maybe a second, maybe just to like, okay, I'll overpay a little bit to get someone I really, really want.
That's
Um,
crazy.
that's only because I don't have neighbors in any of my leagues.
Right.
So I'm just like, oh, certain players, you can't get everybody that you want, but it's like one of those. Like I just want to see what it's like to have them on the team.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. And anything for you? You feel like off that?
So in order for me to move Amon Ra, I would need, I mean, a stud running back, to be honest with you, because my running backs are not the best.
Yeah.
And I feel like my receivers, I do have a little bit more depth in my receivers. I would need a running back, and not no shaky running back. I need a running back that's top notch, if not two. Right?
Yeah.
If you go send me something, I'm gonna need two. Two. Two.
No, I
Two.
got you.
We have to say two of those mid distant running backs. So
So what'd
uh
you do? Would you do a? I'm gonna see what your mind is like when you say the top tier. So is Bucky Irvin? Does that do something for you or no? Or are you saying like the upper, the
it would
Gibbs, the
have.
B Johns? We talking about all those up there?
No, I wouldn't expect Bijan. I wouldn't expect Gibbs. But
Yeah,
I mean, like Bucky Irvin, I would need somebody else because
just a little something.
I feel like Amon Rob definitely he's definitely going to get targeted more. Like he's more of a potential. He's more of a home run, as they say.
Yeah, no, I got you, I got you. So what if it's
So
Bucky and like a pick, like a second round pick and Bucky for Amon Ra? You'll do that or no? That's still not moving the needle
that
for you.
that'd be tough. That'd
Yeah,
be one
yeah.
of those things. That'd be one of those things where I'd probably have to really, really, really consider.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it would still be a tough go for me just because um getting rid of Ahmed would be, but at the same time, right? I mean, I would have my top running back. That's the thing. Like
Right.
I feel like Bakers can't be choosy, right? Because I don't have a top running back, but I do have three receivers after the fact that are all pretty
Mm-hmm.
decent. you
Yep.
know,
Yep.
two of them being rookies. So
Yeah.
that's me kind of banking on now and also the future.
Mm-hmm.
But so I would need something. Like I couldn't just give up Amon Ra and like not get a decently good running back.
Okay, okay. I got you. So it has to be a running back. So what if somebody's like, hey, I give you 2 first rounders.
Ooh, that'd be
Yo,
tough.
look, yeah. You get a first round of 2026 and 2027 for Amon Ra.
Ooh. See,
See,
and
see.
that's that would be me banking on the future.
No, I got
Um,
you.
because I'm looking here and I'm pretty sure he probably wouldn't want to do this, but I would do Amon Ra for James Cook and I mean actually I would probably do Amon Ra and like a third pick for James Cook
Mhm.
and Alvin Kamara.
Oh, okay. So, okay. James Cook and Kamara for St. Brown and a pick.
Yep.
Okay, okay. Because you, like you said, you're trying to ensure your running backs.
Yeah. I'm trying to so like
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to ensure, but I know that giving up my top pick, the top guy, yeah, I would need something in return, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So but yeah,
No,
no, I mean
makes
that's
sense.
just I feel like there's a lot of people out here that I think they would consider um trading some of their players, like trading some of their big name players, right? To get
Mhm.
to either bet on the future or it's like I said to win right now. So if
Right, right.
somebody is in a win right now kind of mode, I mean, I'm in Raw. He could be on the block, but I don't want him to be on the block and get some BS.
Yeah, yeah. No, I get you. Um, yeah. And to put it out there, get some bait, like I said, let it be known, looking for running
The,
backs and all that stuff. That
yeah,
could
because
be,
the only person who I honestly probably won't move is Lamar Jackson.
okay. So everybody else is pretty much tradable.
Everybody else is pretty much fair game. I mean, and I say that about Lamar Jackson just because he still has years in him,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's still gonna be that guy.
Mm-hmm. No, that makes sense. All right.
So
Well,
and it was tough. It was between him and Josh Allen, and I genuinely thought about drafting Josh Allen.
yeah. No, I get it. Yeah, those two, Lamar and Josh, I feel like they kind of interchangeable at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can't go wrong either way. I'm trying to see. Is there any teams to you that stood out? I know we talked about it a little bit, but
like
where
that
you feel
stood
like,
out
man,
as like
they got a nice roster, just overall.
um yeah who is it, Seawolf,
Mm-hmm.
and then who's that, Dunn?
No,
Yeah,
yeah, done. Yep.
yeah,
And
those
see
two
what?
teams to me, like if the players that they drafted, yeah, if they yeah, they can have some numbers.
Yeah, yeah,
uh Trying to think who else has like a good mix.
yeah. I agree with you with doing. I like atrocious lemon. The first pick.
So
Um,
that's so they creeped because and like they man, I think the only pick that they did that was a gamble and it was super early was Christian McCaffrey
yeah, just because he older and everything too. Yeah.
because he's old and he was just hurt. He was just hurt all last season.
Right, right, right. Yeah.
You know, I would be worried. Like personally, I'd be worried about that. But overall, yeah, their team overall too they can
Yeah.
do some scary things.
He in win. Yeah, I think he in win now mode. Dunn is a pretty good team. Um, who else did I really feel like? Those are the two. And then of course I know everybody talked about Ace at the very end, how he did his
Yeah,
double ups with the 12 spot,
yeah,
getting Nico. Yeah.
he had a solid run. He got a good pickup with Jordan Love.
Yep, yep. Yeah. And then his first 4 to 5 picks, I know everybody was, praising him a little bit with
Yeah,
that.
getting Chase Brown was huge too.
Yeah.
I
So
That's who I was targeting Chase Brown.
mhm,
And then I had to go with Travis Hunter, but I was targeting Chase Brown.
I got you. Yeah, got you right before 2 picks before.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, those the ones to me. I was without the bias aside of seeing my own team.
Well, I mean, even
um,
your pick, like even your draft, I mean, like realistically, what if Brian Thomas, if JSN, if that rookie from Tampa goes off, I mean,
yeah, yeah,
I mean, you're and like Drake May, if Drake May definitely has the season he did late last year, yeah, it's
yeah,
gonna be a solid team.
yeah. I think so for sure. And then see what these rookies, these running backs, how I went all rookies there. So
No,
uh,
and I think here's if they pan out, if those rookies pan out, you're gonna be a dangerous team the next
that's
two,
what I'm.
three years.
Right, right, right. Yep. That's how I'm looking at it. So
And like there's nothing that we could do about it either. That's the other
yeah,
thing.
right, right. That's the hook, right? It's not redraft, so this is my roster now. So
We really can't do much about, especially if Hampton and Henderson both go off, then
yeah,
we're cooked.
yeah. If I can get two out of the three for the receivers and the running backs, I like my chances. And then, like I said, I'm planning this to have Baker starting until Drake. I still got to see more, but I think he'll be coming around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a solid squad.
yeah. But yeah,
Yeah,
your
it's
team not bad. Your team not bad yourself though. With those, like I said, you got the 4 receivers essentially.
and Terry signed that contract.
Yeah, right, right. That helps.
I was a little worried at first. I was like, man, is
Yeah,
this dude gonna sit out? Am I gonna be
yep,
stuck?
yep. And then him and Jaden Daniels keeping that rapport building and stuff too. So,
Yeah,
but
so
no,
hopefully
that should be decent.
hopefully
Right.
everything pans out.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So let's see. Yeah, so I mean, overall, I like to think that everybody has a decently balanced team.
Yes, I
Uh,
agree.
I think we'll see after the first couple weeks how things are going to shake out. You know,
Yeah.
uh, uh, I feel like barring any kind of injuries, hopefully,
Mm-hmm.
right?
And if
So
everybody stays, you know, we gotta wait and see how long before somebody starts to get a little nervous and start putting trades out. You can go 0 and
yep,
3, like you said earlier, and then you might be testing the water a little bit. So
yeah, especially with somebody who you drafted high, and let's
yeah.
just say they come out, 3 weeks in a row with duds.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Yep.
you're you're, you're like your top pick. It's now panicking like, oh crap, like
Mm-hmm.
he hasn't scored over 10 points. Like what's going on right now? Like,
Right.
bro, he was my top running back. Like he's my top receiver.
Exactly. Yeah.
You start getting a little weary.
Yep.
Like I feel like Genty. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. If he does not pan out,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be tough sledding.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, for C Wolf especially, how he got that team rostered. Well, he does have. I thought he didn't have anything until the end, but he did get James Conner. But
He did.
he's starting to be. Yeah, I thought he didn't have anything to the 10th round with the wonderful Jacoby, the more hyped up off season running back going right now.
Right. So that's
As
what I'm
they
saying.
call him in the online social media streets is Bill. Everybody's can't get enough of him. So
Hey, if he pans out, good for him.
mhm. Yeah, so we have
That'd
to
be a
see.
tough. I mean, but it's tough sledding, especially being on that Raiders team. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
I feel like sometimes it is the team. Like
yeah. Genty and the O line and all that. I don't know. Yeah, but
so that's
yeah.
that's that that's my one like scary pick. Straight up boom or bust.
hmm So I'm hoping Caleb Johnson pans out because I hesitated. Like I know I told you about the Tyler Warren. I
Yep.
really wanted to do Tyler Warren right there, and I didn't. And I'm banking on, hey, Caleb,
Hmm.
this is another insurance running back outside of the other two, and then hopefully I got the depth. So I want depth running back instead of let me go ahead and get this target hog
Right.
potentially of the Colts. But I'm hoping it don't come to bite me. That's probably the only pick where I was like, I don't know. We're gonna see. I'm gonna keep that in my head, see how it goes.
Yeah. I'm just worried having those two rookie receivers and Stephon Diggs. If Stephon Diggs can come back to his former glory,
Oh
I
yeah,
think I think I'll be squared away.
yeah. No, that's really cool.
So and then
Yeah.
Travis Hunter. So I'm wondering. I wasn't even thinking about it until a couple days or a day after. If he starts playing both sides of the ball, I mean, what's that gonna do for production?
All right, right. Yeah, that's another thing too. I think you're gonna have to decide as much as you want to play both sides and all that. Don't come off the field. I don't think it's sustainable. It sounds good in theory, but
It
I don't
does.
know how that's going to work. Um, But I've seen all type of stuff online. Receivers, game planning when he on defense. We just gonna run streaks and just tire him out. I just seen all type of little stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then by the time he on offense, he's no good. But I don't know. I don't think they're gonna really burn him into the ground like that. As much as he want to stay on the field, they can probably take him off. Maybe defensive packages, maybe, and then have
Right.
him play
That's
receivers, maybe.
that's what I was thinking too. And I'm hoping that the fantasy people would give points for like interceptions.
Yeah,
If say stuff like that. Because that'd be dope. I think.
yeah, no, yeah. Especially when you got a defensive player and you decide to like plug him in there. That
Yep.
could be a cheat code, but
Man,
I
it's
saw
just
some
like
leagues cracking down on that though. Where they gonna like,
who was the
yeah.
tight end quarterback? Taysom Hill.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Man,
people was
he was a.
manipulating, putting him in a tight end or whatever's
Hey, I
going
did
on.
that a lot.
Yeah.
He was a
And
cheat.
yeah, yeah, that's crazy. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. So.
Or I think who's another one? Debo, when he was like he was
Hmm.
classified as a running back and a wide receiver.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, that's another one too. But yeah, we'll see how it go, man. Now that we all locked in, but I agree, man. This is probably the most sharpest draft I've been in.
Yeah,
To be honest, like usually you like, oh, this roster is kind of bottom tier, whatever. I don't really feel like that.
yeah, everybody's on
Nobody
their A
really,
game.
to me, everybody kind of got their ups and downs. But they solid though across the board.
Yeah, everybody was definitely on their game during that draft.
Yep. Yep. So let's see, man. I'm excited. We don't countdown watch now, so.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Mhm.
Well, all right. You think we should wrap it right there?
Yeah, yeah. I think we good, man. Just excited. We'll see how we do the check-ins, of course, when we do the next week, and then start getting ready for the week 1 of the season. So,
Yeah, start this thing rolling.
yep.
So, but as always, we appreciate y'all. Go ahead and subscribe. I think it's at the bottom.
Yes, sir.
Like. If you have any comments about what you'd want to see or what you want us to kind of dive more into, let us know. But as I always said, this is our league that we're talking about. We do expand on other stuff, but we're talking about our league specifically. For those people that are watching in our league, I hope we gave you some tips. Don't think that those tips are actually going to work, but hey,
All right.
you're more welcome to try. So, anything you got to say?
Oh man, I'm good to go, man. Everybody like, subscribe, follow. We just early stages, but we about to get the ball rolling. So get on the train before you get left.
Hey, I hear it. All right,
Yep, yep.
appreciate y'all.
All right, man. Yep.
Peace.